It's Friday Night Live with Vince, pregame, postgame show. Your destination for top high school football previews and wrap-ups with Vince and his team. Buckle up and hang on for Friday Night Live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Friday Night Live postgame show presented by the Varsity Sports Show team. My name is Vince DeLisio, joined live once again by our amazing team of hosts tonight, Jasmine Dickmans and Ethan Troll. Jasmine, Ethan, how's it going, guys?
I'm good.
Very good.
Night.
Yeah, a lot of exciting games tonight for sure, and some crazy endings.
I was gonna say, and Jasmine, you had a chance. You caught some scores and some updates and things. Anything that caught you a little off guard, or anything you got pretty excited from hearing about?
I don't want to spoil anything, but
You don't want to play spoiler, okay?
Ethan will talk about it with Dane later. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
Well, Ethan, while we have you here, you were out at Desert Edge tonight. How did it go out there with the Scorpions?
Well, it was crazy because the first half was actually kind of close in the beginning. The Tigers put up 21 points in the second quarter, and it was only a 14-point game at that point entering halftime, 35-21. And then from there, it was all Desert Edge because Coach Henry ended up probably talking to them and saying, like, hey, it should be a bigger margin than this. And they came out storming. They opened the second half off with a 99-yard kickoff return touchdown, and it was just all Desert Edge from there. They finished with a score of 66-27.
Wow! Oh my goodness, that is awesome, man. Well,
and they finished the season 10-0.
Is that something just like that? I mean, I felt like it was just yesterday that we were doing some preseason training, and here we are all the way through the postseason. We did playoff games last night in Las Vegas because they're a week ahead of us, and yet tonight down in Tucson we caught a pretty exciting 2A playoff game. It was exciting for one of the teams that played, but some good stuff. And now we're into the postseason for everyone else starting next week. So good stuff. Well, let's kick this off, and we're going to start it off with heading out to Horizon High School tonight. Let me go ahead and bring him on. And Jasmine, go ahead. Who do we have?
We have Matt at Horizon. Hi, Matt. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. So tell me about the game.
Fun game. It was high scoring for one team. Horizon put up 38 points. They won 30-16. Chaparral just looked a bit overmatched the entire game. And Horizon was they were pretty talented. Their running backs played really well, and they had a receiver named Jake Gerard, who, if you guys watch our post-game interview after the game, was pretty cool. So we gathered all 28 seniors, and we had them all talk in the post-game interview. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Fun game. Horizon's on to the playoffs now.
What were some key highlights you think they also want to get into the playoffs with?
Their passing game and running game both look really good. They split carries between two running backs. Bodie Zamorano and Dylan Brush both just got whatever they want all night. And then their quarterback, Carter Puma, was throwing it all over the field to a couple receivers, but mainly to Jake Gerard. So Horizon looks really good. They're really excited. They're going to be a top seed in 5A. They finished the season 8-2, I believe. So should be a fun one if they can win 4 more and try to win a 5A title.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, Matt, thanks for coming on and joining us. Have a great night.
Thank you.
And we'll turn it back over to Ethan, who will talk with Dane.
Well, before we bring Dane on, Dane was out tonight out at Desert Mountain at Notre Dame Prep tonight. So we're still waiting Dane Palmer. But some highlights of Horizon. Horizon finishes the season, amazing season for Coach Tyson Ditmore, and of course we'll be joined, as we are every week, by Coach Ditmore tomorrow morning at 10:30 on the Varsity Sports Show. But just an impressive year overall, an impressive cast of characters, top to bottom, even a youth movement out at Horizon with some underclassmen that really played well this season. Either of you have a chance to see Horizon play in person this season?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we
Yes.
both have, I believe. Well, I got to watch two of their games, and their biggest weapons is that triple-headed monster at three different running backs. They have a freshman, Zamorano. I think freshman is Brush is the freshman, and he's been really good for them. And all three of those guys have over 400 plus rushing yards this season, which is solid. And that's how they roll. They run the ball so consistently to set up the short pass.
Wow. And it feels like it's in the years that we've covered Horizon, even when the previous head coach, Mountain View's Andy Litton, was in charge of the program. It had always been a strong running team. What mixed in a little bit of pass here and there, some dink and dunk, short passing game, but it's always been a strong running team. And you just you get so excited when you see a program led by such a great guy doing some good things out there, and it's so good for the community too. So congratulations on Horizon as they venture in. They'll find out tomorrow morning where they end up as they finish the season, 8-2. Going into tonight's game, they were second in the region and ranked sixth overall in 5A. So it'll be kind of fun to see where they end up after the selection show tomorrow morning. So make sure, again, tune in 10:30. You'll hear from Coach Tyson Ditmore on the Varsity Sports Show. Good stuff. We're going to transition. We're going to head it down to Tucson, where we have Patrick Cohen. And Jasmine, you've been following this game, so let's welcome Patrick on.
Hey, Patrick. Good evening. I am afraid we can't hear you right now.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about
yeah.
that. My mic was muted.
Oh, good. Tell me about it. Give me a rundown of this game.
It was an incredible game between Tanque Verde and Tonopah Valley. It certainly, Tanque Verde just absolutely dominated Tonopah Valley. Final score was 43-6 in favor of the Tanque Verde Hawks. It's also one of the quickest games that we ever did. I mean, the game started at 7 p.m. and we were done by 9:20. I mean, it was incredible. It just went like bam, 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 bam. Tonopah Valley had absolutely no response. They only got into the end zone one time in the fourth quarter, and they didn't even get a field goal, a PAT, or even a 2-point conversion. The Hawks held them to just 6 points the entire game, and they were essentially shut out for the first 3 quarters. And it wasn't until the fourth quarter that Tonopah Valley finally got in. So it really was an incredible game. It just showed you the brute strength of Tanque Verde, who went 8-2 in the regular seasons. They had a dominant regular season, so it was no surprise that they, just completely crushed Tonopah Valley, and they'll be moving on to the next round.
And what do you think this does with their confidence moving into those next rounds of the playoffs?
It's definitely going to be a huge confidence booster. I guarantee you that. It's absolutely incredible. It was absolutely incredible. It's going to go above and beyond for their confidence because now they now have to go on now to round 2 and so they're going to be taking on Camp Verde. So that's going to be a very interesting game. Battle of the Verdes. So that's going to be very interesting. But yeah, in terms of their confidence, this is going to be a huge step in the right direction for Tanque Verde, and we'll see what happens as they hopefully will have a deep playoff run.
Great. Well, thank you so much for this rundown and your little recap. Have a great night. Be safe and happy Halloween.
Yes. Happy Halloween to you too, Jasmine.
Thank you. We'll turn it over back to Ethan, who will have Dane on this time, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so, Dane. What in the world happened?
Yeah, wild ending out here at Notre Dame Prep. Desert Mountain was kind of playing catch up the whole game. They got ahead. They came out. They struck first in the first quarter. They got some points on the board, but first half they kind of slowed down. They go into the halftime down 15-10. They come out firing. They're doing great, but Notre Dame Prep just keeps on responding. They end up being up by 1 score. They're down 7. Under 2 minutes, time winding down. They finally get down here. They put a nice drive together. Defense stepped up. for the Wolves. They get down here and quarterback for the Wolves, Garduno, gets down here and he's trying to make a play, goes down, throws the ball up, and it gets picked off right at the goal line inside the 10-yard line. They were at like the 15. On Gunnar Perry, the junior out here, junior running back, linebacker, ends up being the hero for the seniors on senior night and took it 92 yards all the way to the house. So it was a wild ending. It was the dagger that sealed it, and it was insane.
Well, you were lucky enough to go commentate that game and be a part of it.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty unbelievable. So entering now for Notre Dame prep, like how did you feel that there was a different body language when it came to them being
Oh,
in this game? Because it definitely showed on the field.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They were fired up. They had a ton of fans here in the stands and a lot of family and all the seniors were flying around and making plays and this was pretty much for the region. Both teams came in 2-1 in the region. So with that win, I believe they get some better seeding in the playoffs now and are going to have some home field advantage coming up for them. And I think they were all super hyped up to get that and get out of here with a win, especially in that type of fashion. It was just absolutely electric and just a tough break for Desert Mountain. You know, they win 6 in a row and now they go on, they lose 2 in a row and lose a game in the region. They've lost 2 now, so they dropped to 2-2 and they just had so much momentum going into that final drive and just one interception changed the whole outlook.
Yeah, I was that this game is completely shaking up the playoff picture, and we'll see how it looks tomorrow morning. But thanks again, Dane, for coming on, and you called a great game tonight, man. Appreciate it a lot.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate you, Ethan. Happy Halloween, man.
Happy Halloween. All right, Abigail, who's up next?
Actually, I just wanted to say, what a great game tonight out at Notre Dame Prep. Notre Dame Prep finishes the season, I believe, 5-5, with a quite possibly still an outside shot at getting in, while Desert Mountain at 7-3. And again, both teams will find out where they end up tomorrow. Should make for an exciting time. And Coach Conrad Hamilton, Desert Mountain Wolves, will be joining us as he does every week tomorrow morning at 9:15 on the Varsity Sports Show. So make sure you tune in for that, and he'll give us a real solid post-game wrap and pick apart this game pretty well. Talk about all the things that he did well and the things that he is hoping to improve upon going into next week's first round playoff game. With that, we are going to bring on Abigail Hardy, who is going to give us a big preview of some action tomorrow night. So let's go ahead and bring on Abigail. And actually, you know what? I apologize. We're going to bring on Javier Delgado, who's going to give us a preview of a different game tomorrow night, and then Abigail. So let's go ahead and send it over to Javier with Jasmine.
Hey, Javier, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for asking. So tomorrow, Saturday night, JUCO College. What are you expecting tomorrow from the Papago Pumas?
I think it's gonna be a really good game. Actually, I was at the last game between the Papago Pumas and I'm pretty sure they won 28-0. Their defense looked really good. I remember the team they were playing, every time they got into the red zone, the Papago Pumas were stopping them every single time. Didn't allow any points. So yeah, I expect their defense to be on point again, and I think it's gonna be a good game.
Have you also seen ACU play this semester yet?
I have not got an opportunity to see ACU play, but I read some things about them, so I think it's going to be a pretty good game between both of them.
What are you most looking forward to?
For ACU, I'd probably say them trying to get the scoring going against the Papago Pumas. I think they allowed, what I say, 0 points last time, so I think the offense trying to get going and get rolling against a pretty good defense is going to be a key factor for them.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty exciting. Any key players you know of that we're already going to be looking out for?
I don't remember the name, but I remember I was looking at it. It was a couple players on the Papago Pumas defense. They had a corner who was playing really good. I remember also their starting quarterback. He was making some really good plays that day too.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining along and have a safe night. Happy Halloween.
Thank you. You too. Happy Halloween.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Javier. And with that, we are going to send it out to Abigail Hardy, who's going to give us another preview of a different game tomorrow night, another HJCAC game of the week. Take it away, Ethan. Whoop. Go ahead, Ethan. Take it away.
All right, Abigail. Well, we've got Sidewinders and Hawks coming up, and it's supposed to be a pretty decent matchup. What's it look like?
I think tomorrow's going to be a great game. We're over in Glendale at Independence High School with, as you said, the Sonora Sidewinders and the Gila River Hawks. The Sonora Sidewinders did end up winning their game last week, but the Gila River Hawks ended up losing their game last week. So they're both going in. And I do want to say what's nice about these types of games, the HJCAC games, is that like each game is different. I mean, we don't, sometimes we just don't get our roster until like Thursday, Friday, sometimes Saturday morning, because you have play around with like eligibility, jersey swaps, all sorts of things. So I'm really excited to see who comes out and plays tomorrow. I've seen the Gila River Hawks play before, and they have a great team, and I have not seen the Sidewinders, so I'm excited to see what they bring on the field tomorrow.
That's sweet. So considering that this is game of the week, the Hawks are considered underdogs in this matchup. If they pull off the upset, how are they going to do it?
Ooh, I think they need to be really good on their defense if they want to stop the Sidewinders. And then on both sides of the field, obviously, if they want to, like you said, upset them and then take home that win.
It's awesome. Can't wait to see that matchup. Well, thank you again, Abigail, for coming on, and
thank you
have
so
a good
much.
rest of your night.
You too.
Happy
Have a good
Halloween.
one. Happy Halloween.
All right, Jesse. We have an exciting game to come up to for GCU and ASU hockey. It's going to be a fun one, huh?
Yeah, no, it's going to be a great game, and it's going to be awesome calling the game with you, Ethan. And yeah, just really looking forward to a great game between GCU, Arizona State. Both of these teams kind of reeling a little bit, right? GCU has lost 4 of their last 5. Arizona State has lost 3 of their last 5. So both of these teams looking to get back into the win column, establish a rhythm, and I think it'll be a great night of hockey.
Sweet. So I have never personally commentated a hockey game before, but I've seen a lot of these games, and they're super fast and super paced. When it comes to a rivalry such as one like this, how important is it for team captains to come into this game to take over the rivalry, especially considering they just had a matchup last night?
Yeah, I think it's huge. You lean on your captains for leadership, and those guys are supposed to be there for you to look up to. And I think leading by example is a big thing. And both these teams are fast, they're physical, and I expect the captains to lead by example, and we're in store for a great night.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to go up there to Prescott with you tomorrow. It's going to be a really exciting game, and I can't wait to be there with you. Thank you again, Jesse, for joining, and we're going to go to a commercial break. Have a good night and happy Halloween.
Yeah, thanks again. Happy Halloween, and have a good rest of your night.
Thank you for listening to the Varsity Sports Show. Our mission is to empower education and enable dreams, creating a platform to promote young people in extracurricular activities and community outreach. If you are interested in partnering up with the Varsity Sports Show, find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or call or text us at 480-779-9437. The Varsity Sports Show, Arizona's home for youth, high school, college, and you.
Hello, Varsity Sports Show family. I'm Tommaso Perez from ASU. Join me as I bring you inspiring sports stories and updates from our Catholic schools, where faith, tradition, and athletics come together. Catch me live on KDOS 1060 AM Saturdays from 9 to 11 and during Varsity Sports Show game broadcast.
What's up, everybody? It's Rob Blackley, Medicine in Motion, out here in Paris. We're here at the Roland Garros.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live postgame show. Well, that's it, guys. Another great one. And while we close out the regular season of the Arizona high school football season, we're going to be starting a new season next week of the postseason. Should be exciting. Anything in particular, any teams you guys are looking forward to? Jasmine?
For me, it's hard to say, especially since this game between Desert Mountain and Notre Dame was so exciting tonight. So I want to wait to see where everybody ends up tomorrow and then actually decide my decision.
Then you'll make you'll pass judgment at that time. That's safe. It's a lot of exciting stuff. We're going to get some really interesting news. Interesting matchups are going to be announced. Ethan, how about you?
There's so many good teams in this playoff bracket. I mean, again, I've seen Desert Edge all season. They look like they're going to go very far. But then you also have, obviously, the higher up teams like Hamilton, number 1 in the state. Their offense is the best in the entire state, one of the best in the country. And then Liberty is probably the best overall team when it comes to balance on offense and defense. So it's really hard to decide. But it wouldn't surprise me if Hamilton wins it all because of the way their offense has been playing. And they are averaging over 55 points a game. It's crazy.
Wow. I got to tell you, there are going to be some more regular season games next week. And I'm kind of excited to see where Brophy Prep ends up and how things shake up for them, as that should definitely be interesting and to see how things play out there. Sitting at 5-4 right now, 4-4 in the league. So should make for an interesting postseason for the Broncos. They're one of those teams that is going to get in on strength of schedule, and you don't know where exactly they're going to be placed, but wherever they are, that first couple rounds is going to be. There's going to be some opponents that are going to be shaken a little bit because of the weapons that they just have. So should be interesting. And once again, guys, please, by all means, tune in for a fun show tomorrow morning of the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060 KDUS Arizona. Myself and the team, we're going to have a great time with it. It's a fast 2 hours. You guys should definitely tune in. You'll hear from the coaches of the games that we featured, and some of our field correspondents as well. So thanks again on behalf of our amazing team, our field correspondents out and about covering games all over the state of Arizona, including Nevada. And once again, on behalf of our co-hosts tonight, Jasmine Dickmans and Ethan Troll, my name is Vince Delicio. Have a great night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
It's Friday Night Live with Vince pregame, postgame show. Your destination for top high school football previews and wrap-ups with Vince and his team. Buckle up and hang on for Friday Night Live.